Welcome to Big Dawg Trucking. I'm your host, Charles Thomas. Okay, last episode I broke down what it took for me to get into the trucking industry. I got a lot of feedback from that episode, and so one of the things that people wanted to know was not only what it took to get into the industry, but how much did it take to get into the industry. So I want to break down what I did step by step and give you a price for each single item. We'll total it up at the end, and then give you guys some information to take with you. All right. First and foremost, let me be clear on something. The name of this channel is Big Dawg Trucking. My truck company is Dawg Trucking. All right. I am the owner of Dawg Trucking, and I am the host of Big Dawg Trucking. Okay. Big Dawg Trucking is my YouTube channel. Dawg Trucking is my trucking company. Now, let's get it going. First thing first, if you're going to get into this industry, you may want to get a CDL. So let's talk about truck school. Truck school, last episode, I gave you a federal grant that would pay for your truck school completely. You want to find that grant, go back to episode 3. If you don't qualify for that, you can then pay for your school yourself. So that price ranges somewhere from $3,000 upwards of $8,000, just depending on the school that you go to. After you get out of school or while you're in school, the next step is you want to go ahead and get your authority started. So you go on, you start your authority. That costs you $300. All right. While you're getting your authority started, pretty much simultaneously, you want to go ahead and get your LLC created and register your business with the state that you're in. It's going to run you about $150. After that, you need to go with your BOC3. That's your processing agent. So you got to select the processing agent. They typically run you about $25 to $100, depending on who you use. They all do the same thing. My suggestion, go the cheaper route there. After your process agents, after I did my processing agents, next thing I did was bought my truck. So my truck ran me about $28,000. Now, when you purchase a truck, you got 3 different options typically. You could lease a truck, you could finance a truck, or you could just buy a truck outright cash. I went with the finance option. I wanted a truck that I could put some warranty on, kind of give me some extra protection there. So what I did was my truck was $28,000, my warranty was $10,000, and I put down 30%, so about $8,000 up front for the truck. And I'll tell you in the next episode why that warranty saved my trucking career. After I got the truck, it was time to get the insurance. My insurance was $26,000. It was $5,000 down payment. I made 10 monthly installments of $2,100, and there were 2 months with no payment whatsoever. After the insurance, you got to get your portion plates. Those are going to run you from about $1,000 to $2,000. You got to get your UCR. That's about $62. You got to get your IFTA license. It's about $25. You're going to need a electronic logging device required by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, ELD. I use Keep Trucking. They're really good. They have a really great program. The thing I like about them is that their system plugs into the truck's computer. I can go on my laptop. It'll tell me if my truck is kicking out any codes, fault codes, any maintenance that needs to be done. Also, it comes with a dash cam. Gives me all types of alerts. So if my driver's braking really hard, if I got a hard brake incident, it'll record, send it to me. I watch it. I can tell if my driver's just driving the truck raggedy, rough driving, or if he almost had an accident, or if he did have an accident, I can look and see who was at fault. You're going to need to get your GPS, a trucker GPS. All right. Now, I know a lot of people like to use the applications, the GPS apps, Waze, or Google Maps, but I'll tell you right now, those are not trucker-friendly applications. You'll find yourself on the street that a truck should not be on, and that will not be a great situation for you because you got to call the cops, you got to pay for those things. You may have to call a tow truck company. I mean, I've seen some crazy situations. So make sure you get you a good GPS. I use the Garmin. Mine was about $399, $400. They typically run about $299 to $699. And then last thing, you got to get yourself signed up with a drug consortium program. They typically run about $75 to $175, just depending on how many employees you got. But every employee in your trucking company has to be in this consortium. And what they do is every quarter they do a random selection of people that have to go get a drug test, and you get 3 months to go take that test. I myself have been picked, so not the worst. No, it's not the worst situation. Last thing, so you total all that up. That's going to run you about $23,000. I tell anybody, if you're looking to get in the industry, you want to be a fleet owner, or grab a truck, couple trucks, you're going to need to at least have about $30,000. That gives you enough money to get everything you need to get done and have some wiggle room in case you hit any bumps in the road. If you don't have $30,000, let me say this to you. don't be discouraged. There are a ton of different lanes to get into this industry. And let me tell you, so I came in, I drove for over a year for myself. I then hired drivers to drive, and I dispatched for companies, and I've also consulted companies from inception to getting their truck on the road, making money, holding their hand through the process. So if you're looking to get into the industry and you don't have 30 grand, don't be discouraged. You just need to find out which lane works for you. And so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, comment below, like, subscribe, and share the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can see when I upload new videos. But most importantly, guys, this information is sharing. We're giving this information out here in Big Dawg Trucking, okay? This is for your benefit, for you to use. If you need any other resources, right? You need any consulting, you need anything like that, you got some questions you want to ask one-on-one, reach out to me, okay? I am available, and I do take on new clients. So again, thank you guys so much for the support. This is Big Dawg Trucking. Yeah, what up?
Welcome to Big Dawg Trucking. I'm your host, Charles Thomas.
Treat her like a dog, feed her like a dog, beat her like a dog, yeah, pass her to my dog.